So staff today is going to present the 2025 year in review. Last year would have been the first time we had presented it. We're moving forward with that, adding more to it, and really representing what is activities or services that are being provided by the township. What's really important too within our staffing complement is what we're achieving due to, mainly how small our staff is. So we only have so many staff. We have 30 full-time and part-time staff and 25 volunteer firefighters. So working through that, it's quite amazing how many items staff is able to achieve under council's direction. So we'll get into the presentation.
On behalf of Council, I'm proud to present the Township of Greater Madawaska's 2025 year in review. This report highlights and defines the community spirit, collaboration, and continued momentum across our town. Our dedicated team delivered meaningful progress on major initiatives, strengthened our essential services, and supported a thriving local business community. We expanded recreation opportunities and advanced long-term projects that will shape our township for generations. These accomplishments reflect a collective effort of our volunteers, staff, council, community partners, residents who contribute to making Greater Madawaska a vibrant and resilient place we call home. Thank you for your continued trust and involvement. Together we are creating the future we can all be proud of, where we truly grow greater together. So we put it the greater in Madawaska. Thank you all for all your efforts.
So we'll move into governance. This year, council had 16 regular and special council meetings, reviewed 140 reports to council, had 6 public meetings and 1 delegation, which was tonight, and then the 71 bylaw enacted and 3 presentations to council. This slide demonstrates the council's commitment to the community, the township. We have council representation on the boards following. We have the library board, the police board, Canada Day Committee, Rec and Culture Committee, Renfrew and Area Chamber of Commerce, and the Mississippi Valley Conservation Authority. We also have the mayor on the representation on the county committees. So we have county council, and as mayor Weir already mentioned tonight, we have the committee of the whole at the county with corporate services, operation, health, community services, development and property, where the mayor is vice chair. We also have the striking committees for Municipal Accessibility Committee and Climate Action Plan Advisory Committee and the Ottawa Valley Tourism Association. We've also listed some conference items at the conferences and training that councillors have attended. And then council had 3 delegations this year, 2 for the Ministry of Health and 1 at the Ministry of Finance. And then I'll pass it over to Finance and Administration to work through that department.
For 2025, a major project that we undertook was our 2025 Enhanced Asset Management Plan with our new 10-year financial strategy. This was a huge undertaking and a lot of staff involvement to go through all our assets and find a plan that was suitable for and manageable and sustainable by our township. We've also created new and updated financial policies to increase financial accountability and sustainability, including a TCA policy, a reserve and reserve fund policy, a delegation of authority, and a temporary tax relief for substantially unusable properties. We had to prepare an audit service RFP and award for auditors this year. We've really dove into cybersecurity training on all levels with regular phishing tests. And we have enhanced features with our financial software. This was probably the first full year that we had it under operations. So we've created a lot of usable reports that departments can use. We've created digital timesheets and approval workflows to reduce paper and become more efficient. And under enhanced communication, we sent out understanding your supplementary omitted tax bill for those who received supplementary bills this year. So anybody who received an additional bill for supplementary bills received a why are you receiving this, an information package. Another major task that we've taken on, and I encourage residents to sign up for, is our e-services online portal. I checked this morning, we now have 208 residents on the portal, so we're increasing that number every day. We are pumping out actually right now the gift card if those who sign up are entered into a draw for a gift card. So, and then we provided biannual financial updates. So just a review of our taxation. This is an information brochure that we sent out earlier this year. It's very well liked by the members of the community. It's for every tax dollar paid by property owners in Greater Madawaska, showing how it's broken down into our three major categories, which is the school boards in the county, which are funds that we have to remit over to those entities, and then our funds that we get to keep, how they're broken out into individual departments as well. Processing payments and responding to inquiries we've responded to 4,150 properties this year.
So with communication and engagement, we have completed 5 surveys, so asset management levels service, the newsletter contest for GM Gear, communication and engagement, the Calabogie secondary plan, and Let's Talk Health and Wellness. And along with that, there has been 4 community engagement sessions that relate to the Calabogie secondary plan and the Let's Talk Health and Wellness sessions in Griffith and Calabogie. And then a few of the initiatives have been the revamping of the newsletter, and we've received positive feedback on that. We have the new website platform that just went live last month, and then the new communication and engagement strategy. So we have here just a bit of a graph demonstrating the outcome of the 2025 communication and engagement survey results for demonstration and the newsletter. And then for bylaw enforcement, when comparing to 2024 numbers, you can see they're a bit lower. This is due to the more like parking tickets complaints coming through the system. So we have 141 concerns, inquiries, and requests for services. This comes through the Access E1 reporting system. Mostly when it comes to the highest one is Public Works. There's 37. Those are mostly would be winter control, gravel roads, those types of requests coming through. And then other than that, following through is bylaw general inquiries would be any general inquiry, and then going so on. And then I'm going to move this to our fire chief for protective services.
Good afternoon. So I'll give you a little update on what the fire department's been up to this year. So in 2025, the Greater Madawaska Fire Department operated with a complement of 25 on-call firefighters. Throughout the year, the township issued 122 burn permits, helping manage wildfire risk. Operational demands increased significantly in 2025. Members logged just over 5,300 training hours, nearly 3 times the total from 2024, reflecting a strong commitment to training, certification, and firefighter safety. Firefighters also recorded 2,748 incident response hours, more than double the previous year, demonstrating both increased call volume and continued dedication from the firefighters. Training remained a key priority in 2025. Training rooms at both halls were upgraded thanks to our township facilities team, which improved our learning environments. Live fire training was delivered through the OFM Mobile Live Fire Training Unit, with 11 firefighters participating in controlled live fire scenarios. 15 members completed hazardous materials operations training and certification, ensuring our team is prepared for possible hazmat issues. 18 firefighters successfully completed in-house Firefighter 2 training with a 100% pass rate. As a result, 75% of GMFD is now fully certified to NFPA standards. With newer recruits, that's the 25%, they're going to begin their certification in the new year. Additional training included first responder and basic life support certification for 3 firefighters, so that's a 40-hour program. Pump operation training in accordance with NFPA 1002, for 2 firefighters, and we hosted SP 103 wildland fire training for neighboring fire departments. So our calls, they're up this year. The 2025 incident profile reflects the wide range of services provided by the department. MVCs, motor vehicle collisions, was our largest portion of calls, followed by wildland fires. Crews also responded to hydro line incidents, rescues, and a limited number of medicals. This range of incidents highlights the importance of ongoing training, equipment readiness, and operational flexibility. The money. Several key apparatus and equipment upgrades were completed in 2025. A new pumper truck was delivered in May, enhancing pumping capabilities and reliability. A new side-by-side was acquired through the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation grant, improving off-road and rural response capabilities. Most recently, new Dragger self-contained breathing apparatuses, or SCBAs, were delivered, replacing our 29-year-old equipment and significantly improving firefighter safety and compliance with current standards. On top of that, this morning, the department received an approval through the Ontario Fire Protection Grant for $28,770 to purchase a new SCBA washing unit. This equipment will allow for proper and consistent cleaning of the new SCBAs and face pieces following use, reducing firefighter exposure. Throughout the year, the Greater Madawaska Fire Department actively engaged with the community through a range of public events and outreach initiatives. An open house was hosted for council and the CAO to showcase departmental personnel, apparatus, operational capabilities, and future needs. GMFD supported and participated in several community events, including the Calabogie Winter Carnival, Canada Day celebrations across Calabogie, Madawaska, and at the DACA Centre, as well as local fundraising community initiatives such as Snyder's Campground, the Griffith Fish and Game Club, Griffith Show and Shine. Firefighters also delivered hands-on fire prevention and safety education during a visit to the school in Calabogie. We've also hosted a very successful annual GMFD Haunted Walk and hosting the annual Hunter's Spaghetti Dinner in Griffith. Emergency preparedness. So this year the township participated in a joint emergency management training session that included most of Renfrew County municipalities and county representatives. The tabletop exercise was very successful, highlighting the strong collaboration and preparedness of our local emergency management team. That's all I got.
So for Public Works, we started off this year on Church Street. That's the main street through the Griffith subdivision. We fixed up a bunch of drainage issues on that and resurface treated that section. And then we moved on to Madawaska Road. It was a fairly big job for us to take on this year. It took pretty well the rest of our summer into September before we got them upgrades done. Also, we did an overlay on Bluff Point. We overlaid the existing surface treatment that was on it. So it'll give us another, hopefully 9 to 10 years if it works out. For gravel rehabilitation this year, we did 1,000 ton on Stones Lake, 1,000 ton on Kennelly Mountain, Highland Creek Road in Griffith, Bridges Road, and Fraser Road, 1,000 ton each of those. We also moved into the maintenance part, grading of gravel roads. We also tried, we applied liquid calcium this year and tried that. That worked out very well for us. Replacing old signage with some new signage. We started to do some tree removal on Taddy Hill last year. Hopefully we can get some more of that done, but we have to switch over to brushing and tree removal on some of the capital projects for next year and get those done first, but then hopefully we'll have time to go back. We have the coal patching on hardtop roads throughout the summer as well. We collaborated with McNabb Braeside Township this year. We both hauled some gravel to Riopel Road. It's a shared road between the two municipalities. We normally snowplow it in the winter, and they maintain it in the summer months, but it was in bad need of some gravel, so we kind of put about the same amount of trucks and shared that job as well. Murphy Road, we changed some culverts. Windle Lane needed some culverts replaced as well. We got those done. We also fixed up a snowplow turnarounds on Riopel Road. It was very bad area to turn around in, not big enough for trucks. We had 1 tons running all the way down there just to do this one road. So we did a bunch of work in there and made the turnaround bigger. Now that a tandem's right going by it anyway, he can plow it now instead of running down there with just one truck. Upper Spruce Edge too, and Windle Lane, we had big problems turning trucks around, so we got those fixed up as well. The line painting this year, we did Madawaska Road, Norway Lake Road, Fraser Road, Berryville, Mill Street, and Madawaska Street as well. And we, in the middle of our busy summer, we ended up having an engine go in our excavator. That was a pretty big job brought on to our mechanic and took a lot of time. The Black Donald Pit expansion, even though I haven't had very much to do with this, Christian's done most of it. But we've been working at it for quite a few years now. And we also did parking lot drainage tile for Leonard over at the community center this fall, and put some drainage tile in, and hopefully it works out well for him. Internal equipment maintenance, we have 5 tandem plows, 7 half tons, 8 fire trucks, 1 roll-off truck and trailer, and 1 float for moving equipment to maintain as well. So there's 32 owned vehicles, equipment that we're taking care of as well.
Good afternoon. So for 2025, environmental services, we entered into a 3-year contract with Circular Materials for recycling blue box materials. And we also a new 3-year contract with DM Mills Associations for environmental services and monitoring of all the 5 landfill sites, and just a regular public application and community cleanup in the spring. So you can see the amounts we bring into the waste sites and tonnage. It stays pretty consistent, as you can see, over the last 4 years. As Norway Lake, as you can see, Norway Lake is very busy. We have, it's probably 4 times the rest of the sites. And the facilities and the grounds areas, again, we complete the snow removal and salting for 14 municipal facilities. And we also maintain the 5 trail systems: Spurline, Madawaska Nordic, Griffith Highlands, Manitoba Mountain, and Eagle's Nest. And all those trails have been getting a lot more busier over the years. There's been, every year there's more and more people attending those areas. So it makes for a little bit more upkeep and signage. Performing ground maintenance activities on 25 properties, which anything from roof repairs to concrete repairs to grass cutting and that sort of thing. And performing facility maintenance activities at 19 buildings. So this year, we did some new indoor lighting at the Calabogie Community Hall. Partially just the old ones were not for energy efficiency, and just to clean it up, make it a little more modern. With the new lighting storage areas at the Calabogie ring change rooms, just to tidy them up a little bit and give more area for skates and helmets for the kids to use. New shower installation at Ginger Rink, which will be shared with the fire department for that area if they need to have rink to use for shower if any instance they need to, or for any emergency situations where we need a shower area for the public. We put in a new office space for the seniors active living program, and we upgraded 2 of the training rooms for the fire department. And then a few new things this year. We installed a new dock on Madawaska Street, and we also put a dock and a washroom at Stennial Lake, which I got a lot of good feedback about that. So it was everybody took very well to that. So And then there's going to be a few more improvements this year just with the boat launch area with the ramp, with another contractor that's interested in helping out. Thank you.
Okay, planning and development. So we updated a number of bylaws this year, including parkland, site plan control, noise, seasonal roads, and we had our first housekeeping zoning bylaw amendment updated, including our schedules and our mapping. We've revised all of our Planning Act and building permit applications to include our new logo, and they are in style with our current style guide and are all updated to be fillable. For Committee of Adjustment, we updated our policies and procedures, which were reviewed in early 2025 and updated. We launched our short-term accommodation program in April of this year with applications still ongoing, and we have 105 currently licensed. Digital services, City Porter, I was hoping to have ready to go and live by today, but it's very close. So hopefully early in the new year, we will see that go live and will accept building permit applications online. We released our interactive zoning map. Many thanks to the County of Renfrew for working on this for us. It released in October, and I think it's been great. I haven't received as many zoning inquiries as I would typically get, so I'm hoping that it's in thanks due to that. Major planning projects, we have our secondary plan that was issued earlier this year in April 2025 with Republic Urbanism getting that project. And with that, we've got our community improvement plan, which was previously just drafted in September, and it's ongoing, as well as our infrastructure and studies. So the CLIECA is in progress, and it's linked to our secondary plan. So it'll be great when the municipality has that in place. Our Black Donald Pit expansion was filed with the ministry in June. We just got a complete application last month, so it's very exciting. Hoping that this 4-year-long project will hopefully wrap up in the first quarter of 2026. And we also completed the survey of Madawaska Street. So in terms of applications, we've processed and received 10 zoning bylaw amendment applications this year with 0 minor variances, and that's in part to the majority of the development is not, hasn't necessarily been considered minor, and we've addressed them more through our zoning bylaw amendments. We've entered into 5 development agreements, and as of this morning, we are now at 18 consent applications received. We've also are in process of processing 2 site plan control applications. And as of this morning, we have issued 105 short-term accommodation licenses.
Okay, thank you. As you can see from this year, we've issued 92 building permits, 39 septic permits, 3 orders to comply, and conducted 436 inspections. The permit numbers are actually are somewhat on par with last year. You'll see though that the revenues are lower from last year. That reason being is not as big as projects being completed, lower construction value projects, and also reflects the the development charges because there isn't as many new builds with the development charges being applied. Some of the new builds are actually tear downs or demolitions that are resulting in new builds, so the development charges aren't applied. Other than that, that's about it.
I'll be speaking for the program coordinator as she's at another event for, I think it's the luncheon for SALC today. So the SALC grant application was successful. We were able to hire 1 program coordinator. The funding went live on April 1st, 2025. With that, we received $12,000 in grant funding for startup fees, which allowed the program coordinator to connect with all the community groups for seniors to purchase new exercise equipment. There's been the initial development included some of the building of customizing brochures, registrations, a SALC web page, some outreach for instructors, businesses, and goal and execution of planning. Here we have 222 SALC memberships to date. The program coordinator has indicated that she's at this luncheon, and we're at 236 SALC memberships now. So it's growing. And then, so the growth, as she says, indicates that the growth is still steady. And then we're continuing to facilitate collaborations and partnerships amongst community groups. See, here's a list of some of the programming that the SALC program has offered to date. So we have some physical wellness. You could see some sup and kayaking with Mad River Paddle, yoga across the township, and some mind and motion wellness series. So it's a brain gym exercise and chair exercises. There's been some social activities such as fused glass workshops, book club with the Greater Madawaska Public Library, and some coffee time. And then seminars and workshops that we've seen is the Dementia Society luncheon and Comfort Play Initiative. And then there's been 3 big excursions since April, which is the Ottawa Tulip Festival, Ongo Flaming Leaf Tour, and the Hard Rock Casino that happened in November. So here we have a few of the photos with the community or the members, the SALC members participating in some of the activities. It's been well received throughout the community. The goal of the program is to get 55 plus members up and active and connecting within the community, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Additionally, with the program coordinator, we've been able to have a portion come and do programming. So there's youth programming here. We have 16 days of summer camps that happened with a partnership with Public Works and the Greater Madawaska Fire Department for Touch a Truck at the day camps. There's been 20 Calabogie summer camp registrations. And then there's the first partnership with a business, Mad River Paddle, partnered with the Township to have a summer camp for a week with 12 participants. And then next Monday, we have the first, holiday camp for kids. So we have 13 participants registered for the Jingle Jam Kids Morning Camp. And then there's been the skating program registrations with 44. Along with that, there's been partnerships with Valley Sports to offer beach volleyball that was this summer at Barnett Park. And then there's indoor volleyball partnerships with residents, indoor kids and youth pickup volleyball for the Christmas break, and then indoor pickleball partnerships with some other residents. And then below here, we have some of the posters and the pictures of the activities over the summer. And then moving on to committees and boards. I'll go through a few of the committees. So we have the committee, Recreation and Culture Committee events. They hosted a Music in the Park. And then they had the first Landscape Artist of the Year with 13 adults and 7 under 18. And then the year was the Great Pumpkin Walk that was just hosted in October. That was well received with some hot chocolate, apple cider, and some treat bags for the kids. Other Recreation and Culture Committee events included the Calabogie Lions Club Winter Carnival Trivia Night, planned and executed a lively trivia night during the Calabogie Lions Club Winter Carnival. They had a display table at the business showcase, and then they're designing a Trails Handbook for the short-term accommodation guests in the Greater Madawaska that will really feed into that document for short-term accommodation providers. Canada Day was very successful across the township again with 2,500 attendees in Calabogie alone, never mind across, and another successful year. So you can see some of the pictures of the events and activities that happened in Calabogie, Madawaska, and Dacre. And then we've added some slides from the public library. This is to demonstrate the library the township is a big funder of the library and services, and it really adds and accents services within their community. They have 506 active members to date. They have 8,152 checkouts, and then so on. So there's really some progress there on services and maybe some services that the community members are not aware of. And then some of the activities included the reading club, family bingo, chess club, Canada Day pancake breakfast, the Griffith and Madawaska Fish and Game Club fishing derby, a Let's Talk Science, some photography workshops, and Learn to Knit. With the township, as indicated, we provide some funding for services, which really helps with the library and operations. There's partnerships with the Griffith and Calabogie Lions Club for building use to provide community activities. They've been very a big component, or the volunteers are a big component of actually assisting in the SELC services and events we were able to provide. And then we have an agreement with the town of Renfrew for the Greater Madawaska resident use of facilities and programming. And then we have fee waiving for the Calabogie 55 Plus Club, Calabogie Market, and some grants for Remembrance Day and the DACA and Madawaska Hall grants.
This is where I get to talk really fast as I present, as per usual. So we had lots of exciting things happening with community development this year, starting off with the township logo launch in January. It was a lot of work that went into it across the board within the office, and it was really well received, which has been amazing and a huge relief. We get lots of great compliments on it, which is always nice to hear when we're kind of designing to represent the township. So that's been really, really well received and very, very positive. Which led us into a wayfinding grant that we were successful with to start replacing some signage across the township in correlation with the new logo, which has been great. So it's kind of a seamless rollout from one to the other. And now we have all of this beautiful signage across the township. Wayfinding was established as one of the biggest things that lacked without the township. So this way we have new signage that directs people towards points of interest, natural amenities, and some of our business locations. We were approached by the Ottawa Valley Tourist Association. They had the Weather Network who had come with an idea for Renfrew County, and we were one of the municipalities that were successful in partnering with them. We brought the Weather Network out of Toronto down, and they spent 3 days in Calabogie touring the township. I coordinated some different meets at various businesses. We went to 8 different locations throughout the township and did segments at each. The businesses were incredibly grateful, and it received huge attention across Renfrew County and beyond, linking up with Odo and OVTA, who helped share their posts as well. So that was a big promotion for the area, which was really exciting. We got some great responses to it. These were some of our highest views that we've ever had on social media through reels and different posts, and some great compliments and stuff from the businesses. That was an initiative that was very exciting for many of them, because most of them had never been on TV before. It's not an opportunity that comes to Calabogie often, so they were very excited about that. The business showcase was an idea that I came up with to try to feature everything that the township has to offer in the way of businesses out in the area. So I wanted to kind of venture away from a market strategy and go towards promoting what we have out here as far as commercial businesses. I feel like Greater Madawaska has a lot that's hidden kind of among the trees out here. So a lot of people don't realize just how much we have to offer across the township. It was a huge success. We had 37 businesses on site, 35 of them local to Greater Madawaska, which was incredibly exciting. Businesses reported over $20,000 in sales in just that one day, which was incredible to see. We raised over $1,700 for the local food bank, thanks to Councillor Popke being kind enough to let us shave his head and face there. We had MPP Billy Deneau come down, and it was a really wonderful event, and all of the businesses have already said that they're interested in coming back for 2026. These are some photos taken throughout the day, and yeah, it was a great success. It was a lot of fun, and I didn't hear any negativity back from it, aside from maybe the live music under the covered rink. Seems to be a common thing there. I went to work trying to establish more relationships with some of the tourist organizations and Renfrew County groups, which has been incredibly beneficial. It led to some of the opportunities that we had, like the Weather Network and stuff like that. We attended quite a few events in order to show that we were representing the township there, because we do have local businesses that win awards through there and are being recognized. So it's nice to see that way. So there was quite a few events that were attended this year. We've also been successful in getting a lot more attention for features on the area, which has been incredibly exciting to see. So this year I really focused on trying to get us as many free features as we possibly could, which was amazing. So we kind of saved our marketing budget, and we're approached actually by quite a few of these people wanting to do features on the area, which was exciting. So we've been in a number of publications, the Eganville Leader, Horizon Magazine feature write-up, which is based out of Toronto, which really expanded our market beyond Renfrew County. Ottawa Valley Travel, Explore Renfrew County, Ottawa Valley Life Magazine, 96.1 My FM is starting to take more interest in our events out here. I've been encouraging them to come out and do more coverage of things from Canada Day, the Business Showcase, and stuff like that. So that's been a great connection to have as well. And then we're back in the Ottawa Valley Travel Roadmap, and this year the cycling map as well. We were successful in our application for a Taste of the Valley event, which was incredibly exciting. Greater Madawaska is actually right on the border of Renfrew County, so they're using us as a benchmark to see how many people we're able to bring into these events from outside of Renfrew County, which was really neat. It was the highest attendance that we've ever had out here for a Taste of the Valley event, with over 1,270 visitors. We had 70 vendors on site, 6 food trucks and businesses, and I would love to give a shout out to the Lions Club for their help with this. The county is absolutely, they adore them. They do such great work out there, as well as to the golf course for the use of their golf carts. It stands apart from other events they've said many times, the Lions Club being on site to help facilitate. We also came up with an idea. This is 2024, but it kind of landed too late in the year for us to include it in our review last year. But thankfully, when Mr. Popke showed up with his Santa beard and hat, we came up with an idea to visit some of the local businesses. It was a huge success last year. We were able to do 19 local businesses. It was kind of a last minute thing. So this year we went a little bit bigger. But 19 local businesses were visited and photographed with almost 60,000 views on there. That was our highest that we've ever had on social media, with the most reactions we've ever had to anything before. So that was really, really exciting. And most of those businesses throughout the year have been asking if we're coming back this year. So these are some of the tours that we did last year. Like I said, it was really, really well received, shared across Renfrew County, and was a pretty unique initiative out here in the area. This year, we came up with a new idea. We actually just wrapped it up yesterday, so I'm still working on all of the photos and stuff like that, but we hit even more businesses, ventured even further, scared a few folks, I'm sure, along the way, but it was a huge success yesterday as well, a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to rolling that out next week. Online presence was a big focus for me ever since starting here, trying to get us more engagement, more views, more interactions on there. So I've just kind of put together some of the things that we've had on there that has been a good reaction and review on there. So we've got the ATV tour. I did a little reel through Calabogie and Greater Madawaska to do a little ATV tour and put it out there, and that was a huge success on there as well. I'm still working on something else that kind of takes you from Renfrew through Greater Madawaska and all around. So that is in the works as well. We did some fun township initiatives, the Santa visits in there, just shows how many reactions and stuff like that. And township photos, I did a get to know Greater Madawaska using some of our photos and stuff like that in correlation with the logo launch, and that was a great reaction on there as well. Our online presence is continuing to increase, which is very, very reassuring to see. We're getting new followers each and every day, which is very exciting on there. So we've had huge growth, especially with our reach in there, with putting out unique and exciting things on social media is really expanding our borders beyond just our residents. So they're looking to us for more than just information on the township. They're looking for us for fun and entertainment and some knowledge and stuff like that as well, which is neat. website, we put together just some stats as to what's most visited on there, what's kind of the points of interest on, and it's typically the same each year on there. It doesn't vary that much, but this is the most visited and where you're going to get the most attention on there. And just to summarize, the Greater Madawaska strengthened community connections, supported local businesses, hosted major regional events, and grew its presence both online and across Ontario. Through collaborative partnerships and creative initiatives, the township continues to build momentum and positions itself as a vibrant place to live, visit, and do business. That wasn't too fast. No?
Thank you. And that, I guess, summarizes what the township has been up to over 2025. And I'll close that off.